We've got some alarming news this morning about the heavy use of weapons in the U.S. war with Iran. Two sources tell CBS News the U.S. has used nearly all of its stockpile of long-range precision missiles. CBS News national security analyst Aaron MacLean joins us to explain why this matters. Aaron, always good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning.
So let's talk about the depletion of these weapons. What does this mean for this war that we're fighting with Iran, and how did the stockpile get to this point?
Okay, so what it means is when you see the president show relative restraint in his actions these last few months, to be clear, in his actions, his rhetoric is rarely all that restrained, but you see him threaten escalation against Iran and then repeatedly back down. This is one of the factors that is on his mind, in addition to energy markets, the price of oil, the price of gas, etc. He has the military in his ear, worried about what happens if a new round of conflict with Iran turns protracted, what that means when we need standoff weapons like these, not to mention all these other kinds of systems that are depleted. How did we get here? I think we thought this was going to be a short war. We thought this was going to be over in a few days, maybe a few weeks, but it went on through March into April, and here we are.
Yeah, and no end in sight. So for people who may not be actually familiar with what these weapons are and what kind of role they play, break that down for us.
Right, so these are so-called standoff weapons. The report that CBS News is talking about today, these ground-based ballistic missiles, these are systems used by the U.S. Army. They launch from land, and they strike targets precisely at some distance. Why is that valuable? Well, when you have a situation where a situation on the ground is that you're going to have a threat to aircraft, you're going to have a threat to pilots, other kinds of manned assets, these missiles are very useful because you can send them in without running that kind of risk. They're very expensive. They're very precise. They shoot at long range. We need a lot more of them.
Yeah, real quickly, Aaron, these weapons, some of them take 5 years to produce. Are you worried about America's readiness?
We should be worried. We need to expand our production lines for these kinds of systems, but we need to revolutionize the whole thing. We need to be producing cheaper systems at scale in addition to this expensive stuff.
All right, Aaron MacLean for us. Thank you, my friend.